What's going on, YouTube? It's the God. We're back with another video. And today, we're reacting to top 10 most overpowered gods in anime. So, I gotta be on here. I should be on here. No, I'm fucking with you. But the man ViniiTube is back. You know what I mean? Lists always be fire. Everything he does is fire. So go subscribe to him and like the video and like this video also. And if you're new, subscribe. We do reactions to all sorts of shit. And yeah, let's get straight to the video. Ooh, Noragami. Okay. Really good anime.
But today,
I
let's
just remember
step things
being
up a bit now,
extremely high
because today
watching
we're
it.
talking about no mere mortals here. In this video, we're counting down some of the most overpowered god characters in anime. Literal gods, mind you, not just overpowered guys who get tagged gods as a meme. Trust me, there are loads of them, and here are some of my favorites that I'd like to share with you. Penny God, Yato.
Alright, my guy Yato. Look. Nigga so fucking smooth. That thing ugly as hell.
Now, this is a rather tame opening. While I wouldn't personally consider Yato the definition of overpowered, I think that he's got more in the tank than that conceited and easygoing attitude might suggest. Yeah, he seems out of shape now in terms of being overpowered, but Yato himself has more than enough experience in the field of combat.
Yeah,
Once
bro,
a god
Yato
of
being this
calamity,
bad.
Yato has since retired from such a fearsome reputation. He may seem washed up now, and compared to his previous incarnation, he sure is. However, he's nowhere near weak. He's far from it, in fact. He's also pretty cool for being a master swordsman, something that you don't immediately associate with a god character. He fights with his trusty sword and his signature move, Rend, that allows him to sever spiritual connections. A master at magic and physical combat, Yato
Oh my god, my soul. Oh my. And then that shit happen. They always do that, bro. I love what anime does that. Who is this nigga? He got the silky on.
By bang,
He got the
I mean
silky
one
on.
with the roaring clap of thunder as Enel storms his way into the list. The ruler of Skypiea and the main antagonist of that arc, Enel can fool a lot with his lanky build. It takes a lot to be the ruler of Skypiea, right? But I won't be surprised if he didn't stick out as a god. But boy, is he one overpowered being who deserves every bit of the god label.
This
I certainly think so too. And his haughtiness knows no bounds. He then
God
backs that
damn.
up with immense physical strength.
What
and
is that?
earth-shattering lightning powers thanks to his
It's
devil
what
fruit.
big ass
Overall,
fucking
I think
lightning
Enel
bird.
is quite the overpowered god, alright. Luffy just had a good matchup, but he's a lot stronger than he may seem.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I need to catch up on One Piece.
Coming up
Niggas
next
been
is Jin
slacking.
Mori.
Oh, this nigga look fire. Who's this? Who's this? Tower. Okay, got a high school. Never mind. I'm good.
Is this a spoiler? I mean, I guess so, but I don't think random anime fans are still scrambling to watch God of High School these days, and I think that most existing fans already know some cool trivia about the show, such as Jin Mori's true identity. Then again, given what he showcased in the anime, I think that anything less than a god just wouldn't make sense now, would it? Let's see. Besides his unique techniques, Jin has showed off physical abilities that are just
Oh, camera's about to die. God damn it.
beyond human. Just look at his strength, speed, and endurance. Those don't seem normal, and that's saying a lot considering how crazy the power scaling in God of High School can get. Watch him take those powers up to 11 when he finally transforms and shows us his true form.
Dude, they just throw hands in God of High School. That's all they do? No dialogue, no nothing. Just ass whoopings. Just ass beatings. That's your whole show? What's the show's purpose about? We just fight. That's
Kaguya
it?
comes in as the next god on the list. Yes, I'm aware that I spent a lot of time on the recent list talking about Madara. Hey, with how overpowered he is, I think that Madara deserves to be auto-included in some of these. But today, we'll talk about the one character who one-ups him and takes his place as the actual final villain of Naruto. To be fair, Kaguya does have the pedigree to be the final villain. After all, this godlike being is the originator of chakra on Earth. Oh, and like a certain god that we'll be talking about very soon, Kaguya is a mother of a powerful being. In this case, Hagoromo, the sage of the Six Paths. And she shows off her mettle in the final battle, giving Team 7 all they can handle before finally being defeated. She may not have as much screen time as Madara, but she's definitely on par with him in terms of combat strength. The anime also does a nice thing of adding more Kaguya backstory compared to the manga. So if you're interested in knowing more about her, go for the anime instead of the manga. Tiamat has terrorized the world in the past, and she's come back to do so once again. Fate Grand Order's Babylonia arc's ultimate villain is none other than Tiamat. For those who know the ancient mythology, we really mean
Fate,
the primordial goddess of the seas and mother of all subsequent gods. It's that Tiamat who's been teased ever since the start of the Babylonia arc, and she soon emerges to show us the destruction and horror that only an angry god can bring. Tanking noble phantasms left and right, Tiamat just provides the perfect challenges for our heroes who spent episodes on end desperately buying time. Even when Tiamat was weakened enough to be in a position to be beaten, they still barely pulled through in a win that can be called a fluke. And that's due to so much help from all sorts of allies. Tiamat does serve as the perfect final boss before the end of Fate Grand Order's epic story.
Any anime character that has just like light blue on them just looks clean to me. Like, see,
we move on to the next god on the list now, Aizen. Aizen is a cool example because we get to see his development from powerful Shinigami to godhood in the Bleach anime. I know there's a joke going around that Aizen's the real main character of Bleach and all, but with the focus given on him and his journey, is that really big of a joke? He sure lived up to the billing. He's practically become invincible, and not even Ichigo's strongest moves can finish him off despite him taking L after L in that battle. He's so powerful that he can only be sealed. With the new Bleach anime looming on the horizon, will we get to see Aizen unleashed once more? Tune in to find out.
I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Who the fuck is this? With the list
of villains and overpowered protagonists we've showcased so far, Madoka may seem to be a step down, but don't underestimate her by appearance alone. If you thought that Aizen had a big leap into godhood, what more for Madoka, who went from a completely ordinary and helpless girl to ascending to another plane and pretty much becoming a concept. In contrast to Aizen, who felt like a main character despite not being one, Madoka was the opposite. She's the titular girl who gets shown in all those magical girl outfits in the opening, but the plot rarely revolved around her, it seems. Still, it was her transcendental wish that finally put an end to the unstoppable Walpurgis Night and saving the world, both the past and the future. Oh, and the original episode of her ascension to godhood aired right around the Catholic Holy Week, so while coincidental, it's still quite an amusing piece of trivia to have. Next we go back to high school with Haruhi Suzumiya. Once again we go from godly overpowered to whimsical. Still, there's little denying the charisma of one of the most influential characters in the 2000s. The leader of the SOS Brigade gets placed this high on the list simply due to legacy. Or is it? I mean, Haruhi's a reality warper, and that's probably as broken and overpowered as gods can get, right? Among the gods here that mostly aim to wow us with their power and feats, Haruhi feels more down to earth in perspective, kinda like Madoka, except very, very eccentric and proactive with whatever craziness she has in her mind. Poor Kyon, right? Her adventures with the SOS Brigade have caught the hearts of more than its fair share of anime fans back in the day, and some veterans still fondly look back to those old days.
Yeah, I might have to, you know, go check it out. What were we at? 2? Is this 2? I'm so curious on who number 1's gonna be, but I have a feeling I know. It's been so long since I've heard of anyone mentioning. I'm not gonna say it, but if I see it, I'm just gonna tell you I told you. So.
For those who haven't watched it, I guess this also acts as a recommendation of sorts if you enjoy watching god characters in action. It's quite a hot debate before about Gami Tenchi being the most powerful character in anime, all of anime. So that includes the likes of other universes.
Oh wow.
That can be debated, and if those of you who've watched Tenchi Muyo agree or disagree with this, let me know in the comments below. Whatever the answer to that is, there's no question that Gami Tenchi is the pinnacle of power in the Tenchi Muyo universe. Lighthawk's wings creations, anyone? He also effortlessly stopped the incarnation of the world's forces to counteract the other gods by himself. Definitely a candidate for the most broken character in all of anime.
By himself?
Finally,
hey, what about
we
the power
finish
of
the list with a
friendship?
bang as we take a look at Zeno from Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, I knew it. I told you so, nigga. I told you so.
Is it really a surprise that we end with a Dragon Ball character? How could we talk about a list of my favorite gods without going through the entire roster of overpowered beasts that the Dragon Ball universe has? Somewhere in the anime featuring Goku and his simply broken peers is this unassuming guy. You're telling me that this is the ruler of the multiverse? Appearances can be deceiving. As if that list hasn't
Nigga,
already
Stewie
driven
Griffin.
that point home yet. Yes, Zeno is indeed the strongest being in the universe. The strongest being in the universe of a series full of explosions and fireworks and world-shattering fights is a being who doesn't fight. However, Zeno possesses a far more devastating ability than the best fighting skills or the most destructive techniques known in the world, and that's the ability to just erase things out of existence. Universes have outright been erased due to Zeno's abilities, and it's accurate to say that the ability has the highest kill count in the series.
Oh my goodness. They did get rid of like 8 universes. They got rid of like 8 universes, bro. Until they wished them all back. But like, did they wish them all back? I don't know.
10 gods above them all. That more or less wraps up my showcase of my favorite anime gods. Now it's your turn to share your top 10 gods list, and I'll be waiting in the comments section. Special thanks to Zodiac15 and all other patrons.
Does Gojo count as a god? I don't know. But if y'all enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe. If you want to keep watching more videos, there's probably one right here or right here. I don't know, somewhere. But yeah, see what you got. I'm going.